Some catches are skill. Others are physics-defying. In the NFL, the one-handed catch has become the ultimate proof of greatness. Receivers reaching, twisting, and stealing the ball out of the air with a single hand while defenders, gravity, and common sense all say it shouldn't be possible. From Odell Beckham Jr.'s legendary grab to jaw-dropping plays from today's biggest stars, these are the best one-handed catches in NFL history. Second quarter, Giants up 7-3. Eli Manning launches a 43-yard rainbow toward the sideline. Beckham, falling backward with Brandon Carr draped all over him, reaches back with 3 fingers and snatches it clean out of the air. Giants safety Antrell Roll called it the greatest catch he'd seen in 10 years of football. He wasn't wrong. 3rd and 19, fourth quarter, season on the line. Aaron Rodgers lobs it up. Wilson reaches back with his right hand for a 26-yard TD, drags his shin in bounds. Initially ruled incomplete, overturned on review. Teammates immediately compared it to OBJ's catch, same stadium, same end zone, 10 years apart almost to the week. Peyton Manning overthrows him, a rare event, but Harrison lays out full extension, taps the ball to himself with one hand midair, then pulls it into his body before hitting the ground. The radio call, "Holy mackerel, what a catch by the Great One." His teammates didn't even realize he'd caught it. 11 seconds left, Cardinals down 4. Kyler Murray scrambles left, ducks a sack, and hurls a 43-yard prayer into a crowd of 3 Bills defenders. Hopkins goes up over all of them and simply takes the ball away. 0.54 yards of separation, the tightest of Murray's career. Game over. Cardinals win 32-30 on what fans now call Hail Murray. Rookie with 2 catches in his first 2 games. Trubisky rolls right, throws it up, and Pickens bends backward almost parallel to the ground to snag it one-handed over Martin Emerson for 36 yards. ESPN later ranked it among the greatest catches of all time alongside Beckham's. Sunday Night Football, and Barkley turns a routine checkdown into a highlight reel. He plucks the ball one-handed out of the air mid-stride, then, without breaking rhythm, stiff arms a defender into the turf and rumbles for extra yardage. Most guys need 2 hands just to catch it. Barkley had a free one to punish somebody. Every year he makes a few one-handed touchdown grabs that make you say wow. Ben Roethlisberger fires a bullet across the middle, tipped off a defender's hands. Instead of falling incomplete, it ricochets off Brown's own helmet. And he somehow tracks it, reaches back with one hand, and completes the catch before it hits the ground. Announcers needed a second look to believe what just happened. Third quarter, Patriots down big, comeback on the line. Tom Brady's pass gets tipped, bounces off a defender's foot, off Edelman's own hands, and somehow lands back in his grasp inches off the turf. Officials review it for what feels like an hour. Ruling stands, catch. It became the single that kept the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history alive. Pass gets deflected, sending it fluttering unpredictably. Cruz tracks it anyway, stays with the ball through the tip, and hauls it in with one hand before turning it into a touchdown. Pure instinct and hand-eye coordination, the kind of catch that can't be coached, only reacted to. Stafford just lofts it up and lets Megatron's 6 feet 5 inches frame do the arguing. Johnson skies over the cornerback, extends one arm above the defender's head, and plucks it down like he's picking fruit. Coverage was technically fine, height and wingspan just made the rules irrelevant that day. Tate goes up in traffic, gets his hand ripped at midair by a defender fighting for position, and still comes down with full possession using one arm. It's a strength play as much as a hands play. Tate essentially wins a wrestling match 15 feet in the air and lands with the ball anyway. 4th and 18 under 2 minutes, season basically on the line. Cousins throws into heavy traffic, should be an interception, and Jefferson leaps and rips it away one-handed anyway. Won the ESPY and NFL award for Play of the Year. The game itself then descended into chaos and went to overtime. A quick 9-yard gain that shouldn't be remarkable on paper, until you see how Smith-Njigba has to twist his body backward at full extension to bring it in with one hand while staying in bounds. Bout lays out full extension for a 32-yard touchdown, timing his dive to the exact moment the ball arrives. A lesser-known name, which is exactly why it's a great "who is this guy" moment for your video. This wasn't a regular season play, but it became an unforgettable highlight because of how unexpected and entertaining it was. Usually a wide receiver, Chase briefly lined up at safety as a fun change and somehow made an incredible one-handed interception. After securing the catch, he sprinted into the end zone and celebrated with a backflip, turning a simple novelty moment into a viral clip that showed off his athleticism, versatility, confidence, and playful personality in front of the crowd. Harrison gets his body twisted around mid-route, and instead of panicking, tips the ball to himself with one hand before hauling it in with both while dragging his feet for the score. Bill Belichick didn't even bother challenging it. He knew instantly it was a touchdown, part of an 8-0 start for Indy. Fourth down, under 2 minutes, game tied 6-6. Nakua goes up over a Cardinals corner in good coverage and simply takes the ball away with one hand for the go-ahead score. Not a blown coverage, just a better player winning a 50-50 ball at the worst possible time for Arizona. A 17-yard gain that becomes must-see purely because of the mechanics. Kupp snags it one-handed mid-stride without breaking rhythm, treating an acrobatic catch like a routine curl route. That casualness is the whole appeal. Third play of the game, Adams runs a double move on All-Pro corner Jalen Ramsey, gets separation, and finishes with a 32-yard one-handed grab. Beating one of the league's best cover corners this cleanly is the real story here. The catch is just the exclamation point. On 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line, the quarterback lofts a fade pass toward the corner of the end zone. Evans rises above the defender, stretches out one hand to grab the ball, then twists his body in midair and manages to get both feet down before falling out of bounds. It was an incredible combination of strength, balance, and concentration. The catch carried even more significance because it became Evans' 101st career receiving touchdown. With that score, he moved into sole possession of 9th place on the NFL's all-time receiving touchdown list. Fade route to the corner, game-winning score with 8:30 left. Lamb reaches out with his left hand and cradles it while keeping both feet inbounds, redemption after 2 earlier drops in the same game. Coach Mike McCarthy called it unbelievable body control. On this 16-yard touchdown, Brown delivers a spectacular display of athleticism and coordination. As he runs his route, he spins to create separation and, while still turning, reaches out to catch the ball with just one hand. The entire sequence happens in one fluid motion, making it look like a carefully rehearsed dance routine. In reality, it was pure instinct, exceptional body control, and elite concentration, showing exactly why plays like this leave both defenders and fans stunned. That's the list, the greatest one-handed catches the NFL has ever seen. Which one left you speechless? Drop your favorite in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.